What is going on? It's another edition, another weekly live studio broadcast of Studio 10-4 Live right here from the Pacific Northwest. John here in the studio with you again this week, and it is our monthly show for Cover Trucker. And in this month's edition, it is Cover Truckers. So if you haven't gotten your edition yet, I hope you guys have been able to pick it up somewhere. You got your copy of the April edition of 10-4 magazine, and on the cover, of course, Bruce and Kellie Cone, as they were shot by Mr. Dan Lenz himself down in the Redding, California area. We'll hopefully be able to get to talk to them here. I don't see them in the queue yet, so I'm hoping they show up. But if they don't, we'll get through it and we'll be fine. But hopefully, if you guys are watching and you're having trouble, just shoot me a text or something, and I'll try to do what I can to help you out and get you on the show, man. We want you to be here and hang out with us. We got people waiting to hear you, and we want to talk to you. So anyway, what's going on in your world out there? There's a lot happening in the world in general. I mean, it's kind of fun time of year. Sports, if you're a sports guy, the NBA playoffs are happening, and there's been some excitement there. Been some crazy stuff too. But if you're a Kings fan, yes, I am. Kind of a Warriors fan too. I mean, where I was living at and watching from before, I was getting I was getting some of both of the games. Now I get all of them up here. It's kind of crazy. I can get any Warriors game or any Kings game either way, but definitely a Kings guy and happy to see them in the playoffs. First time in 16 years. Man, we got a bunch of folks joining in. So first of all, let's say howdy to everybody. Pete Henderson, Kyle Nelson. Again, we got some silhouettes in there. That means I'm just seeing a gray face of you, but Mr. John Testa, 10-4 crew. Yep. Good to have you here. JT, and Miss Shannon Lenz. How you doing, Shannon? Oh, we got our cover truckers. They just jumped in. So we got them in the green room awaiting us to allow them to come into the show. Bubba, what is going on, big brother? You know what, man? You lost so much weight. When I walked by the booth that you were sitting in, I looked over and I seen this dude sitting there, and it didn't even look like you, man. So I didn't stop because I was on a mission anyways. I had to go from where I was at doing a live stream and on to the next one. And I thought, well, I'll try to catch up with him later. And I just never saw you again. And then I heard that you lost all this weight, and I'm like, holy crap, you sure did. So I don't even know who you were, man, but good to see the new you. And yes, Dan, that is the deal. So yeah, it is basically, it's a first round freeway series of Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. They play the game tomorrow night in San Francisco, and the Kings are up 2-0 in the first round. So it's pretty exciting. Sabonis, who's one of our players, got stomped by Draymond Green and Draymond, whatever. Anyway, the dude literally stomped on him while he was down on the floor. He got ejected from the game. Yesterday it came down. He got suspended for the next game. So the guy's out, and rightly so, man. But crazy seeing that happen. Anyway, exciting stuff. You know what else is cool? NHRA is happening. Tell everyone on your personal page. Yeah, thank you. I did. That's yeah. Share that with everybody. I got it. There you go, buddy. That moved pretty quick. Tell everyone on your personal page to join us here on the 10-4 page. Yeah. We can't see or chat with anyone. I don't know why that is, Dan. I'm not sure why that. You know what? It's a permissions thing. You're not allowing for permission, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of awkward that it does that to you every time, brother. But I don't know. I'll have to work on that with you and see if we can't figure out another avenue so you can see everybody that's chiming in over here, because there's a lot of folks on the show. Jamie, I didn't even get to say hi. Jamie Williams, dude, another cab over. I'm excited, man. Keeping the cab over life alive for sure. Who else is in here too? We got Chuck Mason, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Hey, by the way, there's so many different ways to get on to the Studio 10-4 Live weekly update. We're glad you guys are finding your own ways in and able to do it. But um, exciting that there's so many people tuning in every week, and you guys are participating too. You're not just watching. There's a lot of people that are kind of. I see so many in the queue that over to my side over here on my right. It's all your comments and everything, but it doesn't tell me how many people are actually just kind of cruising around out there watching. And apparently there's quite a bit. But yeah, it is interesting to see how it happens. So clock's ticking. Things are winding up yet winding down. So we're winding down on another edition of 10-4 magazine. The May edition is going to be coming out. In fact, that's why Mr. Dan Linz is not with us yet. If he can get away and come in and join us in the studio once we bring our cover truckers in, then we certainly hope he can. He's got to finish up this coming edition of 10-4 magazine, and it's down to the wire. So literally, I mean, we came out of Matt's, get back home, unpack, and dive right into Truckin For Kids and the next edition of 10-4 magazine on Dan's plate. The rest of us, we've all got our other stuff that we've got to do as well, but none of us are really putting the magazine together, just Dan. So he's double doing it. He's burning the candle at both ends for sure. But looking forward to what's going to be happening at Truckin For Kids. Just to touch a little bit of what's going on there, and we'll bring you more about it throughout our interview and talking to the Cones here. But I have some information for you guys. In fact, let's bring this one up right here. All the events that are going to be happening, they're posted. Well, I've got them anyway. I don't think these are posted anywhere yet. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but he just sent me this. What is posted is the schedule of events. So, schedule of event wise, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. That happens to be right there, and that is over on the 10-4 magazine Facebook page and the Truckin For Kids page, of course, on Facebook as well. So you guys can check that out. Saturday is going to be the day. Remember, it's 2 days this year. So come on down on Saturday. Gates open at 9 a.m. For trucks getting parked on Saturday. 12, the gates will open up to the public. So everybody can come on down. The kids zone is going to be open. There's going to be vendors on site. I don't know how many people are going to be set up and ready to go, but let's hope they all are and ready to talk to you guys and show you what they got and have some fun. Let's see what else we got. Vendor booths closed. That's at 6 p.m. And the silent auction, optional, and silent auctions ends for the day. So the silent auction, I got to tell you, man. Is that the same truck with one bed? With one the bed? I'm not sure on that, Jamie, what that means, but same truck with one the bed. I'm not sure. That may be a typo, I believe, but I didn't know that was the same truck. I thought maybe you were putting another one out there for us to look at. But either way, man, I still love that truck. Anyway, back to Truckin For Kids. Saturday night is the big deal for Saturday night. Of course, we're going to light the lot. All the trucks that are there and parked are going to be lit up, and you know how that goes, man. It's a party at Truckin For Kids, so it'll be a fun time, and that's going to be at dusk whenever it gets dark enough to make that happen. Probably, like it says there, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. So excited to have that. Sunday is a big day, man. Sunday is going to be a very big day. 6 a.m. gates open, and that is for registration for trucks to come in. Gates open at 9 a.m. for the general public. Kids zone opens up, and it's open from 9 to 4. 9:30 a.m. opening ceremonies, and that's going to be at the registration tent. And then 11 a.m. Tech and staging lanes for drag races. So drag races start at actually 12 o'clock, but everybody's going to get checked in at 11 o'clock and get lined up and get going. So, oh, okay. Got it, Jamie. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, well, you got a lot of fun waiting to happen with that truck, man. You know what? Everybody loves a cab over until they got to drive it every day, right? But it sure is a cool truck to look at and a lot of fun to talk about. So keep it coming. I can't wait to see the next variable on that one. Good evening, Dave McKinney. What's going on, buddy? Hey, thank you for the truck. I will get my back is going to get set up here eventually, and that'll all be built back up. I just haven't figured out how I want to do it because the studio configuration here is a little different from what I had before. The wall is so far back behind me. I'm going to have to probably do partitions. So anyway, we'll get that worked out and get all my stuff hanging up there like I have before and make it cool again. You guys want to check out the events again, go over and take a look. They are on Facebook and available for you to look at. The thing that you won't be able to see that's on my list right here is for all of the listings of all the different things that are part of the silent auction. And if you haven't been a part of a silent auction before, this would probably be a good time for you to do that. And the idea here, guys, is not to buy something or bid on it to get it as cheap as possible. The idea is to run these things up and get as much possible into the silent auction so that we can turn over a bigger check this year to the Shriners for the kids. So this isn't about raising money for 10-4 or for Truckin For Kids as a business. This is a charitable organization. All of us are giving of our time and some a lot more than others. Believe me, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes just to wrangle all the cats that got to help make this thing happen. So there's a lot going on, and if you guys are going to be there and you're going to be bidding on this stuff, yeah, we hope that. I mean, at the very, very least, I would love it if we got what the value of each of these items was back in bids, because there's some incredible stuff. Again, Valley Chrome, $1,800 bumper and turbo wing. Dynaflex Products, complete chrome engine air intake kit. MSRP on that, $4,000, man. $4,000. Roll-On Customs, Roadworks, everybody's involved here. Roadworks has got a bumper and an exhaust kit, $4,500. So that's just a list, a short list of what's going on. Also, to let you know, guys, pre-registration. I know I preach it. Hey, Michelle, Julia, everybody joining in. So the Carmel Valley gang is here. That's cool. Well, I'm glad to see that, man. I love having you guys on there. Miss Julia, of course, in Modesto. Instead of being here where she's supposed to be, she's down in Modesto taking care of business. But hope to be seeing her soon on the way down to Irwindale. Anyway, the bonus buckets and pre-registration, 200 bonus buckets. They go to the first 200 people that pre-register. I'm not going to tell you how many people there are registered right now, but I'm going to tell you this: you better haul butt and get pre-registered, or you're not going to get the pre-registration gift, which is this 5-gallon bucket full of all the stuff that you're seeing in this list in front of your screen, which is just loaded. And I mean, loaded up this year. Not that it wasn't last year, but this year even more. John Murray, what's going on, buddy? Can't wait to see you again. We just saw John in Louisville, and John and Rich Burkett were hanging out with us there, the 10-4 gang, on Friday night. We had dinner together. So anyway, enough for Truckin For Kids right now. We'll get back to it after a little bit, and we can talk more. For the time being, though, I want to welcome in this month's cover truckers, co-cover truckers. And again, the magazine right here, if you haven't gotten it, with Bruce and Kelly's trucks on the cover, there it is, the April edition of 10-4 magazine, right here in front of you in real life. There they are. What's going on, guys?
Hi, John. How you
doing? Who do we got barking in the background?
Oh, that'd
be Madden.
That'd be Madden. Our trucker dog.
Good. Got to have a trucker dog, man.
Gotta have a trucker dog, yes.
You got to have it. Well, first of all, congratulations and welcome to the family.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's only 12 new additions to the family per year, and you guys, even though you're two, you count as one. Okay,
as one. That works for us.
That's a marriage, right? You are two as one, as they say. So congratulations and welcome to the family, and once a member, always a member. So we look forward to seeing you at future events. Are you going to be at Truckin For Kids by any chance?
Yes, of course. We'll be there.
Oh man, look at that.
Yeah. We'll be there.
Look at that. The dynamic duo, the team is going to be there. Well, I read your story, and before I go too much into it, I just got to say, look, if you guys, and I don't mean Bruce and Kelly, I don't mean you two, but everybody else watching, if you haven't read the story of these guys yet, you got to get into the magazine, whether you do it with a hard copy or you go to the website and read it there. Either way, you guys need to get on and read their story, because I think some stories just have, they've got a little more to them than some others do. And this one certainly does. And I was I kept reading on and going, what? It kept, more and more. It kind of just kept building and building with all these things that's been going on in your lives individually and then ultimately together. So, Kelly, especially good. Congratulations on coming out of everything and
Thank
finding your
you.
way in a very, very positive light with Bruce and
Thank
Bruce,
you.
congratulations there for
He is a blessing for sure.
Yes, she's my blessing too. Thank you very much, John. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Mr. Dan Lynn's, of course, the comments. I'm getting touchy feeling. He's talking about booze. Look at that
Nice
guy.
spirit.
Oh my God! Pay attention, Dan. Pay attention.
My
All right?
queen show I had, so that's what I put on.
So I heard a little bit about your photo shoot. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it down there, but what a crazy time of weather we were having where I'm at, as well as where you guys are at. Dan was telling me how you guys kind of hung out for 3 days, and
Yes.
it was more of hanging out and having fun and having dinners
Yes.
and of course getting to know one another more.
Yeah.
But you guys spent some good time together down there and fought the weather off. I couldn't get out of here. I was stuck here for a week in the snows, and it wasn't because it dumped so much at one time. It's just an accumulated, couple of feet of snow up here, and for a week I literally just stayed home and worked from home. So, you know,
it happened to us too. Same way. The day before the shoot, it actually snowed. We got trucks all worked over and polished out. Then the very next day, it snowed on the trucks. The next day. Day before the shoot, it was crazy weather.
That's just like Louisville a few years back when we got off the plane and over to the show in Louisville to the parking lot with the show trucks. Everybody was buried in snow. There was a foot of snow on the ground. It was crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nothing like show trucks in snow.
That's right.
But I got to say, you guys pulled it off. I mean, everything I've seen from looking at the trucks, of course. I mean, I'm going to throw this up here for everybody. You wouldn't know that there was any snow, rain, or anything other than sunshine on these trucks during the photo shoot, right? The way it came out. So good job.
It came out. It's such a nice day. The next day, after it snowed the night before the shoot, it was it's an amazing day. We did fight the clouds because Dan was trying to get the shot of the top of Mount Shasta, but we was trying to get. So we spent quite a bit of time at the Shasta Lake lookout, and it actually worked out. We finally got some clear enough weather to show Mount Shasta.
Well, we'll jump right over to the cheesecake. I think this is the shot right here. Yep, there it is, just in the background, right?
Yeah, just enough to show the peak of the mountain.
Right behind the rear wheels there. That's it, isn't it?
It's hard to
tell on that one.
It's the other one.
There's a better shot. Let me find it.
Yeah. The centerfold you could see.
No. Oh, the centerfold. Okay. All right. Hang on a minute here. I think I'm going to have to go back to the first one.
Yeah.
There's the lake. There it is. Yep.
Just over the hood of my truck with the stripes on it.
Yep.
The dark stripe. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. And there's actually water in the lake, which is
yes.
It's
way up from that even now.
So you guys got noticed. Apparently, I missed you and walked right by you, or was looking through the lens of a camera myself during a show up in Northern California. Last year when Dan and Shan found you, I guess, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys got spotted and they started talking to you, and it kind of went from there, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
What
great
did you think
people. We had a great time with them coming up here. And
what did you guys think was going to happen there? I mean, was there any, anything that gave you a sense of, hey, there's something happening here, or just, oh, those are nice people, they like our trucks?
At first, it was kind of Dan just really had a sense that he liked Bruce's truck, and then when I had talked to him later, I thought, wow, what a big deal it would be someday to be in 10-4 magazine, little on the cover, but I thought that would be, quite a feather, a big deal to us.
Yeah.
And when I saw him, I said, I talked to everybody, all our friends at truck and family, And they said, oh no, it'll never happen because they never put 2 trucks on the cover. Never happened. So
oh, not true. That's a great
I
trivia
know.
question.
We didn't know that. And we
Yeah.
looked through all these covers and we couldn't find it. And
Yeah.
when I saw Dan and Shannon down in Merced
Yeah.
at Sosa's, I said, so here's the story. And Dan says, that's not true. Never say never.
He says he worked, get us in. So
Yeah.
we have faith that he pressed in.
No,
It's amazing.
So somebody was misinformed on that one. They
yeah, a lot of people.
yeah, they weren't following their 10-4 magazine history. So
well, they're surprised now, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's okay. Well, yeah, and I'm going to throw this out there. So the Rook gets on the cover of 10-4 magazine. I mean, you're kind of new to all this, Kellie.
I'm very proud of her. Yes, she did a good job.
Yeah, I was in Texas this year too for their when they invite the Peterbilts down there for their show, and so we took the red truck down, and that was a big deal too. And
wow.
But nothing compared to being on the cover of 10-4. That the centerfold. I got some copies. I told Bruce I was going to wallpaper our whole office, with
the centerfold.
The centerfold.
So I'll do a follow-up here in a year. I want to see nothing but 10-4 wallpaper. Okay,
that's right.
It could happen because it was a pretty big deal, and we got those in the mail, and I was super excited. And to be the rookie and what it took to get here and driving the truck and almost giving up so many times, and just it's a big treat, a big honor, to be in such a position.
It absolutely is, and I'll tell you, I have to say, I feel for some of the guys who probably are shaking their heads, going, "What do I got to do?" And
she worked hard to get us on there. I give her all the credit. She's the one that really followed through and just kept with Dan and worked through it. And he kept telling us, "We'll get you in, but we just got to find room. We'll get you in." And sure enough, he did. He stood by his word. It was awesome.
Well, Bruce, you strike me as the kind of guy that builds a truck just the way he wants to build it, because that's the way he wants to build it. And, being the red truck, that was your truck that you sold your wife a used truck. What a guy.
Yeah, you sure did.
That's the way to keep it in the family, man. But,
in the family, yeah.
He didn't know at the time he was selling it to his wife, though.
Yeah. Well, so he didn't know at first until you told him finally, right? So again, guys, you got everybody out there watching today. You guys got to read the story, and you'll get all these kind of there's some information here we're sharing. This kind of inside. Only if you read the story will you know what we're talking about. But when it comes to building a truck, Bruce, as I'm saying, you strike me as the kind of guy that just you built it because that's the way you liked it, and those are usually the ones that seem to draw 10-4 in the most. They're just a regular guy kind of truck, and you did some things on it that you dug and thought maybe other people might too, but the main thing was you did it your way, and it ends up standing out because it's something new, different. It's your thing. And I'll tell you, a lot of trucks that end up on the cover are just that kind of a scenario. And then you kind of, lightning struck twice there. You build yourself a new one, and look what happens. You got them both on. So you're kind of the proud papa there, buddy.
Yeah. Kellie, she had a lot to say in the red one, and she really did a good job. She designed herself, and I must say she did a great job. And I basically helped her to build it, but she had pretty much what she wanted to get done. I'm very proud of the truck she envisioned and put out there. I helped her out with it, mostly what I did, but she's the one that really put all the work into it. And when we first started doing it, I told her it was going to be blood, sweat, and tears. Sure enough, blood, sweat, and tears, and stitches. Mm-hmm. So she's right out there working with it, right out there.
Yeah, well, if there's not skins from knuckles on the truck, then you didn't work hard enough.
Didn't work hard enough. That's it.
I feel you, man. I do. Hey, somebody's chiming in here. Karen Marley. Karen, you're saying we have two different feeds with separate chats, and I'm not sure what's going on there. Unfortunately, if anybody's experiencing anything that sounds or feels out of place, give me a a direct message, DM me, and I'm going to research to find out what it is. I definitely want a platform that we got the same thing going out everywhere that we're sharing it, and I don't want to have miscommunications or people missing out on the conversation. So thanks, Karen, for letting us know that. Um, when it comes to putting one of these shoots together, frankly, I haven't seen anybody better at it than Dan. He just has his thing, man. He gets it in gear, and it just goes from there throughout the day, as long as it takes till it's done. And what did you guys feel like when you were out there when the photo shoot was going on? How did that go for you?
I'll let you speak, honey.
On what?
How do you feel when the first photo shoot started going on?
The grape juice was good.
Yeah.
Oh, grape juice, like Welch,
really good.
like Welch's, or what are you talking about?
It was Welch's.
It was Welch's.
It's Welch's.
It was pretty surreal.
Yeah.
By the way, we all drink adult beverages around this group.
Okay.
That's it.
We were thankful for Shannon there with her grape juice.
The grape juice.
It was pretty surreal. Those were our trucks, and Dan's very precise about how he likes to have things done, and it was very surreal though to know that those are, you're kind of not paying attention. All of a sudden you'll focus on something, or like I tell Bruce, stay present, be here in the moment, and just really be able to take in the fact that right now we're actually having our trucks photographed for a magazine, a major national magazine. It just blows you away.
Yeah, that's our thing. We try to be present where we do the best we can. And it was just amazing to be that present, seeing what's going on in front of us. And this is a lifetime. We really got ideas what we're going to do with the poster they sent. That's amazing. And that's going to be a lifetime experience we're going to see the rest of our lives.
Well, I agree. It is. And it is something that, like I said, only 12 a year get the experience of being the cover truck. And I always say this too, thanks to Dan, we've talked about it before, and that's that we like to think of every truck as being a cover truck, but unfortunately there is only 12 spots in the year. So when you get 2 on 1, man, that's a bargain for everybody.
A bargain, yeah.
Everybody wins on that one. So we got their little Frenchie. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, little Frenchie.
Oh boy, those dogs are just so funny, man. They have got personality.
He's a brute.
They have got personality. Hey, Jamie Williams, let me answer that question. So Jamie, I'm gonna put this up on the screen. Oh, it moved again so fast I missed out on that one. Jamie, no, that is not a Bud Light, buddy. That is PBR 100%, my friend. You should know better than that. No, never have, never will. I'm not going to drink that other stuff. So no. Need to do that for everyone of 3.5 million truck drivers. 10-4 magazine. Yeah, well, you know what, Todd? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I understand that, if it's a question or a statement, but I'll tell you this. We're doing it one month at a time. That's the best answer I can give you on that one, man. That's it. Looking at the truck here, I like the train horn too, by the way. That is that a 6 chime or a 3 chime? You just got 3 pointing down and 2 up, or 3 up, or what do you got?
Yeah, we got three down, just 3 chimer, and it's some Nathan train horns. That's a gift from my wife, lovely wife here. She gave me my birthday. I was pretty shocked. And we had a big party, my birthday party. All my friends were there, and about 3/4 of them were all truckers. And when it came out, everyone was just chatting away, talking. All of a sudden, it got quiet. I seen those train horns come out, those Nathans. Oh my word! It was.
Well, I'll tell you something. Those have literally doubled in price since I had a set that I sold. In fact, back in I think the early 2000s when I got out of the truck and into the desk, and man, I've looked around at what they cost now. I had a Nathan, it was 6 chime, it was K5, 5 chime, K5 LA, which is their 12-mile horn, they call it. And I was shocked how much they're being sold for now. But Man, what an awesome set to have on your truck. So, in case guys that are watching that haven't had the experience of having a set of those go off next to uh, your car vibrates
Yeah.
when the driver of that truck throws the train horn lever inside the cab. And that was always my favorite thing, because the cars sometimes next to you, you're doing everything you can to get over and get this guy to move you, or get this guy to move out of your way. Well, you know what? You hit that horn, man, they get the hell out of there.
Yeah, they get out there, and the kids love it too. The kids
Yeah.
love the Kinghorns.
Do you guys have a local parade or anything you ever put the trucks in?
Not this year. It was the last couple of years because of the COVID thing. They didn't do that, but we did do one in a small town 30 miles south of Reading. We
Yep.
did one
Christmas.
Christmas parade.
Christmas
And,
parade, awesome. Yep,
mhm.
a lot of fun. Kids love that. They love seeing
Kids love it.
they love seeing the truck and all the lights, and then of course the train horn. Everybody gets their fingers in their ears and
Yep,
plugs them
yep.
while you're out there blasting it. So we have the NorCal Diesel Nationals coming up. Are you guys going to be around for that in May?
No, actually, we're flying out to do some business in Tennessee. It just happens to fall on the same weekend, and we didn't know that was going on. And boy, it was.
We'd love to go that, but
Yeah,
we're
there's
committed.
no way to cancel out now and do the others.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, this isn't just going to be a 1-year thing at the location there in Reading, and they'll be back, and you guys can make it next year.
Yeah.
I hope to be down there. So everybody that's watching, if you're going to be around for that, check out the NorCal Nationals. They're up there in Reading. Go to our event page on our website and take a look at that. Get all the information. Here's kind of a cool setup here that I just saw for the first time. I like this. I like what you did here on this cover to cover up the hangers there. So that's kind of a new and different deal.
Yeah, it's pretty custom. NorCal Customs made that one, and they did a good job on it. I like it. It covers it up and it cleans it up, but it does.
It does. But that's a totally different, and I mean, just so simple. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody else think of that, but you never know.
Yeah.
It just stuff like that shows up. Cindy, how you doing? Good to see you. I haven't seen Cindy in a long time. Nice to have you on the show. And she said congratulations to both of you. So, Cindy, you'll be able to meet Bruce and Kelly at Truckin For Kids coming up here in 2 weeks, week and a half now. So,
Yeah.
Week and a half's coming up
Next
fast.
Wednesday. We'll be heading out next Wednesday.
oh man, well, you'll be there ahead of me. I'm not going to get down there until Friday, but we'll look forward to seeing you guys down there. So, is this first time for Truckin For Kids for you guys?
Yes. We wanted to go last year, and there was an overlap with another show, so we ended up not being able to go. And then this year we had it on the calendar. Then after the whole magazine shoot, we're like, well, now we really have to kind of clean our trucks to go.
Get all the diaspora from it. Yeah.
Hey, you guys are celebrities now, man. Everybody's going to be chasing you, and you get on the radio. Have you got people yelling at you on the radio yet out on the road?
Oh, yeah, Kelly's got a story to tell you about what happened to her.
Too comical. I was at a truck stop a while back after fueling up. I pulled forward. I was in doing my log sheets, and I see this truck next to me. There's chaos going on inside the cab. My little dog starts barking. And I look over there like, what is going on? Well, they rolled down the window. They had a copy of the magazine, and they're like, this is you. This is you. I said, yes, this is me.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing, the stuff that happens after.
I got to look at
Yeah, get her right. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what happens after you're on a major magazine front cover. It's, boy, you can recognize quite a bit. And
Oh yeah.
it's a lot of pictures being taken with the truck, and compliments and the whole 9 yards. It's pretty amazing. It's like your 5 minutes of fame.
Do you run over a 5 and up through Shasta, up over the pass? Do you haul up that way and back and forth?
Yep.
You
Exactly.
do. So
Sure.
there's an officer up there, CHP, that he used to run when I ran, and this was up until like 2006. And we did a lot of nighttime runs up there over the mountains because we were running north, and we were running at night. Let's just put it that way. So the guy would get me on the radio every time, no matter if he was running with me north or he was running south and he saw me up on the northbound or vice versa, whatever, and he'd call out on the radio and say hi, loved the truck, and just
Yeah.
had great things to say. So I don't know if that guy's still around, and does it sound like anybody up there?
It could be. I'm trying to think of somebody right now, but the turnover rate is pretty high anymore up there with the even CHP. It's a lot of them retired and new guys come in, but it's just hard telling if he's still here or not.
Ed Halterman is who Dan is saying. Is that who you're thinking of, Ed Halterman?
Yeah, but Halterman, yeah. I recognize Halterman, yeah.
Maybe, Dan. I don't know. But the guy recognized my truck, number one, from being on the cover of 10-4 magazine. And then, and of course, at nighttime, that thing was lit up like a Christmas tree. So you could not. Now, John Murray says Ed's down in Castaic. Man, we got the network working today, man.
Yeah.
John, thank you, John. But the guy was just, always pleasant. And I guess, look, the fact is we're all people, and you treat people right, you get treated right back. And I'm sure he's had days where other guys didn't feel so fond of him, but
yeah, it happens. It happens. Yeah, it does. Oh, the Desmer Scale up there in Mount Shasta, Desmer Gray, I've been knowing them for 30 years, third generation, going down to the scales, and we pretty much know them by first name, pretty much even down there, and they treat us very well. Very nice people there. Very nice.
Good deal. Well, I was lucky. I had the pre-pass in all my trucks, so sometimes that worked. Sometimes it didn't matter. Yeah, it's a hit or miss. It always kind of struck me as funny. I mean, I went into the scale house a couple of times, once or twice, maybe because I had to, once or twice because I wanted to. But either way, I'm looking around in there and I'm going, how do you guys even know who's going by and who's not stopping? And the guy's like, we really don't, and
Wow.
I'm like, okay, so what good is all this? I mean, you got a camera out there, and then there's a screen, and it's moving like this. I mean, it's moving like if you ever watch a Twitter feed and you've got a lot of people on Twitter you're following, it moves. It's just constantly moving, and that's what that screen looks like for all the pre-passes that are going by out there. There's no way these guys can keep up with that stuff, right?
They can't monitor it all. There's no doubt about that.
No. Wheeler Ridge is where I picked up on that when I went down through there a few times, and it just always struck me as, hey, there's just no way these guys would even know.
Too many trucks. They don't have the capacity in their computer to handle all that information. There's no way.
Well, I'm going to start driving right by.
Yeah, I think so. You get some pretty good information there for us there.
You heard it here. Shh.
I'll tell him. I'll say, hey, John told me.
I'll tell you one more trick that I may have heard somewhere. I can't I will not confirm or deny it, but if you put the pre-pass on your windshield on Velcro, you can pull it down and put it under your leg and keep on going.
Wow. I've heard the same story. I've heard under the armpit, same thing. Yeah.
I never heard about the armpit, but yeah, definitely under the leg, and then once you're out of range, just put it back up on the windshield there on your Velcro, and you're good to go. Tips for truckers. That and a loose leaf logbook will get you wherever you need to go.
That's it.
It sure does.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh my gosh, man!
We still run the paper. We did lead log for a while, but then we gave it up.
Yeah.
And I just went back to paper log, and then I don't get bothered.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that was a funny thing too. Out there on the road, sometimes you get a guy who'd try to look at your log and he didn't even know what he was looking at. Sometimes,
No, they don't.
So there are guys that do know what they're doing out there, and I'm sure that there's plenty of them. But listen, you guys out there doing what you got to do, dealing with who you deal with. They're not all as nice as we are, and
right.
So we get that, and they're not all as nice as we like them to be either. So, but you know what? It's a business, and everybody's got to do their part to keep it safe out there. And you guys, well, you're doing a good job. You're making us all look good out there, especially on the cover of 10-4 magazine this month. So. What's happening in your guys' world as far as business? You keeping busy out there? You working every day?
Oh yeah, too much work. Everybody's wants it done yesterday. I think that's typical. But yeah, our freight's good. I'm still hauling for All Weather Wood, and he's still hauling for Boise Cascade, and good people on both sides.
Both sides.
Good. Gets us down and up and back home, and.
Yeah,
Do it all over again.
Do it all again. It's amazing. The customer we have are amazing, and we couldn't do it without them. They just nicest people. They work with us, and we don't have the bad experiences like some people talk about with different places you go to. But we just stick with the same people. Only have 2 customers, sometimes 3. That's it. And
so you guys work direct, and you're not working through a broker then, 10-4?
No.
I work direct to the plant.
Good. So there's something for guys to think about too. And I know, we get from people out here that are not actually drivers and don't operate, but there a lot of our fans do. But the ones that don't, if you're thinking of getting in or whatever, take a page from Bruce and Kelly here. The best route is to be direct, and that way you're not making money for some guy who's just kind of answering the phone. And listen, let me tell you, dispatchers do their job, they work, but
yeah, they got place in the industry. But
yep.
That's it.
Yeah. But the brokers out there, you got to watch it. So protect yourselves and be careful out there, guys. And
if you can find a customer, that's the way to go, because they'll treat you right. You treat them right, and because they love the owner operators, they really do, because they get the job done. They have to.
The reliable. You got to show up.
Got to show up.
Well, that's important. Yeah. You got to make your loads and be sure to be the reliable person that can get there to pick up and deliver where you're supposed to, when you're supposed to, and all that. Yeah, I mean, it's a job.
Yes.
Why would you treat it any different? So you guys are home every night, or how's that work out?
Pretty much. Every now and then there'll be an overnight somewhere, but it's still pretty local. I mean, we're just on the West Coast. We don't go too much further than that. I went north today, and he was south, and north it snowed on me. So yeah, it was a white knuckle situation coming up over the summit today. I was like, what is this?
Did you come all the way up to me, up over the Siskiyous, or up over Shasta? What were you talking about?
Oh, no, I went from Redding up over the Siskiyous,
you did?
Shasta, and it just started as flurries, but by the time I got up there, it was a single lane situation with the plow in front of about 6 4-wheelers in front of me, and then the plow, and they were throwing out de-icers. So it's like, what is going on?
We was crossing our fingers that we'd be able to make the show before they wouldn't throw de-icer out. De-icer's horrible for the aluminum.
De-icer's all over my truck right now. He had
here.
He had to wash it.
I was just going to say, I hope you washed all that crud off.
We did. I washed it all up before I came home tonight. It ruins a polish shop pretty fast.
Real fast.
That, and it used to destroy the wiring too. So I don't
know.
Yep. That's still eating away at that or not, but it's just nasty stuff all the way around. Hey, by the way, Jamie, thanks for pointing out and giving some clarity on what Karen was talking about. So yes, I let you guys know that we are streaming on several different locations. My personal Facebook timeline, Truckin For Kids, 10-4 Magazine, Double J, Folsom Radio Show, and also the 10-4 Magazine Lounge, which is our 10-4 Magazine group on Facebook. So and of course YouTube on our 10-4 Magazine channel. So yeah, we've got a lot of outlets out there to get things out and done, and people can kind of click on in anywhere they find us, and we hope you share the stream with your friends and let them know that we do this every week, Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. And then we have live streams that we do from the truck shows around the country. And this year should be probably our biggest year ever. I mean, I've got my eye on 8 total shows right now. Wow. We'll see how many of those actually we make it to. But I can tell you, with certainty right now, Matt's we just did, Truckin For Kids coming up, NorCal Nationals, NHRDA, which is going to be coming up in May. And then I can't think if I've got anything until September. I'm probably missing something right now, but it'll come back to me. But September, GBATS, that's Guilty by Association in Joplin. Then we're going to be doing SOZA. Yeah, SOZA will be right before or right after. I can't remember which one that is for GBATS. Right after or before, it's like the weekend before or after. Reno, thanks, Dan. Yeah, Reno, ATHS will be happening in June. That's the one that I was thinking of, and that's going to be a great show, man. Tell you guys, anybody wants to find out about any of these shows that I'm mentioning and where we're going to be and what's going on, 10formagazine.com. Go to our event page on there and click on the event tab, and it'll give you a big long list of all the different shows that are coming up. And to wrap up the year, we'll be wrapping it up in Dixon, California again at the Bobtail Apparel Show, which, man, what a great show that was. That was so much fun for us. We had a great time there. Jamie, Peterbilt, no, there's two shows I would really like to Peterbilt be one of them. Um, we are invited, however, to the Kenworth show. So Peterbilt, we are going to have somebody there for their reveal, which is going to be in Texas. And yeah, Dan, yeah,
Bad hair day.
yeah, bad hair day for Dan Lentz. Come on, buddy. But hey, that's why they make hats, okay?
That's right. Right.
If you know anything, come on now. Eric Hill will be at the Peterbilt show covering for us, so we'll have Eric Hill there. But we try to make it to as many shows as we can, and that Peterbilt show, we did get invited to that one, but the regular show that they do in Denton every year, that's invitation only, and that one's a little different. They don't make it really available for guys like us to come in and cover it. They keep it more for the owner operators and the truckers, and they invite those guys in. With Kenworth, they would love for us to be there, so we'll see how we do with that show too. We've definitely been invited. So I don't know what else to talk with you guys about. Tell us more about dinner. Where did you go for dinner while you were in Reading? Because I mean, I know a little bit. Did you guys go? Did you take them down to the casino down there in Rolling Hills and have dinner at the buffet?
No, they don't have a buffet there anymore. We went to Jack's Grill.
What happened to the buffet at Rolling Hills? COVID took it out. It's no more.
Took it out. They got 3 separate restaurants in there now, but it's basically same as a buffet. You order it at the register and they bring the food to you. But you get Mexican food. You got, I think it's
George Lopez.
George Lopez restaurant. Then there's no restaurant in there for Chinese food, and there's some Indian food, if I'm mistaken.
Oh man! Well, I'm not a fan. Sorry for Indian food, but prime rib and crab, yeah, I'm all over that.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, we went to Jack's Grill. It's a local establishment. It's been here since the 40s, I think.
Yeah, 40s.
It used to have a brothel upstairs and gun bullet holes in the walls.
Still there.
Yeah.
What, the bullet holes or the brothel? Which one?
Probably both.
Probably both still.
We've never been upstairs.
Okay, good. Well, you guys are covered. You don't need to be going up there.
No.
I used to go to Rolling Hills. I mean, anytime I was north or southbound, it was a given. It was an automatic that I was going to stop in there and have dinner. And that buffet, if I hit it right and I come in on a Friday, man, that was the seafood night. And they had their crab seafood buffet with prime rib. And Saturday night was, back to just the prime rib. Like that's just not enough. No, that's more than enough. It was fantastic. So that's a bummer. Sorry to hear about that. Maybe it'll come back, I mean,
it'd be good.
It'd be good,
yeah. We'd been down there for that seafood before, so that was the buffet was good.
That's one of our favorite spots. We even go to concerts down there. We'll take our trucks down there and park them and go to concerts and park and go to concerts.
Well, they've done quite a bit down there to make that happen. They've got a tap room down there now that has got an entertainment venue in it, is what I hear. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so a lot of fun going on.
They have an amphitheater outside and some pretty heavy hitters come in concert wise. And, we go southbound to offload on Monday. We'll take the trucks as far as Corning and park them in the parking lot and go listen and do some dancing and, have some more grape juice. And
oh, yeah.
Go there and watch the concert. It's a pretty nice venue. Venue. It's got a very nice stage. It's all professional done. It's just very nice. Big names come in. I'm surprised the name to show up there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The Indian casinos in California have done a good job down in Lincoln, in the area where I just came out of. They just built a brand new venue that's rivaling Golden One Center, which is in downtown Sacramento. Yeah. And they've had back-to-back entertainers in there. And I mean, from Carlos Santana to Sammy Hagar came in and played. The other ones that I'm missing are other, big time classic rock rap, R&B. They've got a little bit of everything happening down there. But it's amazing what's going on in the entertainment industry right now.
Yeah.
People are reinventing themselves after COVID. So it's good to hear that's happening.
Yeah, we've been to that venue quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
It's a good spot to go to. Last one we went to, we seen Kid Rock there, and he was amazing. I mean, it's part of the best concert we've seen.
Now that was he was at the outdoor venue, right?
Yeah, outdoor venue.
Yeah. So the new venue that they just built at the casino in Lincoln, it's all indoor. It's called
Lincoln.
Yeah, it's called The Venue. That's the name of it, I guess. So,
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
no, we haven't been. We'll have to do
it's supposed to be something real special to see. So maybe you guys will make it down there. Maybe I will too. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But listen, it's been great talking to you guys. I got more to talk about with Truckin For Kids. Want to make sure we cover all the bases, but we'll look forward to seeing you guys at Truckin For Kids coming up here in a week and a half. And
we're super excited to make it down there. We're, like I said, we're going to load up on Wednesday and offload Friday morning, and just come and park in front of your guys' venue, because Dan likes it when that gets all clogged up there. And
we're
then
going to be first in line at the gate.
Make our way in there sometime Saturday.
Well,
let us in.
Open.
Dan's gonna love that one.
Well, can't wait to see you guys in person. Like I said, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, but when I'm at these shows anymore, it's sort of I'm on this navigation mission to get through and go where I've got to go and do what I got to do. And sometimes I can
all good. You're a busy guy.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely hook up with you and get to know you a little better down there. One more comment from Dan. The more reasons for the track to hate me. Dan,
inside story. Tell us so.
That's so funny, Dan, because you're feeling it now, buddy. You're feeling it, man. I know what he's talking about, and he's feeling it. But
Exactly.
get back to work and get that magazine done, and quit feeling sorry for yourself. And
super thankful for Dan and Shannon. Absolutely lovely people. Had a great time.
Amazing.
And looking forward to seeing them down there. And thank you, John, for having us on.
Yeah,
thank you.
My pleasure. No, this is all about you guys. I'm just here to help make it happen, and I appreciate you guys a lot. And good to talk to you. Congratulations again, and again, one more time, welcome to the 10-4 family.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Big
honor. You guys take care of each other. I know you will, and everybody be sure and read the story, because if you haven't, you need to read this one. There's a lot of stuff in there, and I had a feeling if I brought up some of it, we might end up sharing a box of Kleenex. So we'll just let everybody read. We'll just let everybody read it.
I read the magazine.
Are you a leaker? Do you leak? Is that part of the process?
I'm a leaker.
All right, you guys take care. We'll see you soon.
All right, take care. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
You bet. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, there you have it. That's Bruce and Kellie Cone. What a great couple. And being able to find somebody to run with is often a hard thing. I take these guys off now, is often a hard thing to do. And, sometimes you find a running partner out there and it's kind of a cool setup, but what could be better than having this kind of a setup? You're not necessarily in each other's face all day, every day. If you don't want to talk, you don't answer the phone or the radio, and you let each other kind of do your thing. But at the same time, you're still out there running around for the same purpose, and that's to make your lives better together and get things done. So super excited for them that they're able to do that, and of course be part of the 10-4 family. Hey, I want to take a minute just while I got the moment here, and I want to thank our buddy Evan up here, Evan's Detailing and Polishing, which I didn't even get to tell Kelly and Bruce, but you guys are going to be getting a package from Evans, and you will also be getting something from Pittsburgh Power. You'll be getting their max mileage product. You'll get a gallon of max mileage from Pittsburgh Power, and that is to run in your trucks, your bikes, your cars, whatever, anything that runs on diesel or gasoline pretty much is out there. It'll improve performance, and not only that, but clean the engine and keep it running great for you. So hopefully you'll you'll be able to get that fairly soon and give her a shot. And then, of course, help truck keep the truck looking good. You'll be getting some package from Evans Detailing and Polishing. And we like to say much thanks to Bruce at Pittsburgh Power and Evan, of course, at Evans Detailing and Polishing for being sponsors of the monthly show here with our cover truckers. So appreciate all you guys. Jeff Botello, what's going on? Hey, Jeff, do we have a golf cart, buddy? Do we have a golf cart? Well, I'm hoping we do, man. I want to see it at Truckin For Kids. Not just you, but I want to see that cart too. So hope it shows up, man. I can't wait. Pre-register is one of the most important things right now. Between now and Sunday, the 23rd, I think it is. I'm not sure. Look on your calendars, but take a look, and that's when pre-registration will be shutting down. So get in there and get it done. All I can tell you is if you don't make it and you think it's over, go to the website again anyway, and check it out and see if it's still open or not. So best thing to do is just do it now, get it over with. I can't tell you how many people are telling me they're waiting until day of show and they're going to show up and register, but don't do it, man. Pre-register. Let us give you one of those bonus buckets. We got 200 of them to give away. We want to give them to you. We want to give them away. So get in there and get pre-registered and make sure your name is on one of those bonus buckets and all the cool stuff that's in them. And again, the silent auction that's going to be going on, guys, be sure and get in there and bring that checkbook and a lot of ink so you can get something that would be a really cool thing to have no matter what. But this is even better because you're going to be able to buy it for a good cause and put a lot of money in there to help the kids. It's all about helping the Shriners Children's Hospital. And that's what this whole thing is about. So we're there to have fun. We're there to help kids, and we're there to help promote a good time all around. So thanks to 10-4 Magazine, and thanks to the Studio 10-4 Live. Also want to let you guys know, too, we are going to be live streaming from Irwindale Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is going to be a big day. Drag racing is going to be huge. Also, boy, almost forgot. We've got jet cars coming to Irwindale. Now, these jet cars have been to the track before, and my understanding, and I just read this on Facebook today, the guy who actually owns these jet cars, and I say cars because he's going to have two of them running down the track at the same time, set the track record back in 2010 for fastest elapsed time down that track. So these are going to be exhibition runs, but a lot of fun. I don't know how many of you have seen a jet dragster before, but the way these things are, it's basically a jet engine on the back of a rail, and it's just made to do one thing: go fast, and really fast. But when they're building up pressure to get that thing to go, you don't want to be behind them things, man. They shoot out a lot of force. There's a lot of force going on. Now, I don't know what jet engine they have, if they're from out of a plane or a jet turbine out of a helicopter or what, but either way, these things should be pretty amazing to see and hear. So bring some ear protection because it's going to get loud. But that's going to be a cool thing to see. Truckin For Kids just keeps getting better and better and better. Jeff Botello, thanks, buddy, out of a helicopter. So those jets are on these cars, on these jet dragsters, are out of a helicopter. Dennis Mitchell, good info, buddy. So Dennis was down at Desert Nationals last weekend. They ran a 272 mile per hour quarter mile, man. Okay, and if I understand correctly, Dennis, where they were running quarter mile down there. I think they ran both eighth and quarter, but I think they were running quarter mile down there. Yeah. 272 miles an hour. I don't know where they're going to stop that thing down there, but he better have good brakes and a couple of parachutes to do it. All that being said, it won best show in Arizona last weekend. Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, 6 seconds, 272 miles an hour. Holy crud, man. So you figure you got a top fuel or a funny car. Yeah, Irwindale is an eighth, I know, but it's a full quarter though. If you, I mean, I think that used to be a quarter-mile track. They made it into an eighth, didn't they? Because you still have all that track down at the end to run into if you need to now. But anyway, if you guys, I mean, any of my NHRA fans out there, you got these guys running 330 miles an hour and 3 seconds, little over 3 seconds right now. So 272 6 seconds ain't nothing to sneeze at, man. That's a fast run. So it's going to be exciting to see that. We will be live streaming Irwindale, and I think his name is Dave, that was there with us last year. He will be back announcing the races all day on Sunday. They're locally for the folks in the grandstand, but we're going to get together with Dave, and we're going to have both the live stream, and the live show that's going on at the same time, and we'll be able to announce that and share it on the live stream as well. So 3:16 is his record in the quarter mile, Jeff. Man, look out. That is freaking awesome. That is awesome. Wow. Well, guys, it's exciting. It's time for me to shut her down. I've got to go. Right now we're at 2 minutes over, but that's no big deal. It's cool when you produce your own show. You can kind of do what you want. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, get on over to 104magazine.com, or you can go right there, truckinforkids.org. See you there, Kelly. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being on the show. Appreciate you. Can't wait to see you guys. And get yourself pre-registered. Be generous when you guys are there at the show with the silent auction, and find some cool stuff, and make sure you get the right bid in there on it so you can take it home. But remember, it's not about getting something cheap. It's about getting something for a fair price, but it's about giving money up for the kids so they can have a better quality of life. That's what we're there to do, is help facilitate that and happening. All right, till next week, you guys take care. We will see you. Keep the shiny side up. Wonderful guest today, Bruce and Kellie Cone. Thanks for joining us. And to Dan and Shan, of course, in the wings over there, they're getting things done on the May edition. Hopefully Dan will get that done, and he'll be back on track with Truckin For Kids stuff, which, man, oh man, there's a bunch of that happening right now, so you got to get it done. Till next week, guys. Take care. We'll see you.